I believe everybody can hear me. Okay, if you can hear me, put I'm ready on the chat. Let me just get that vibe. I'm recording that on YouTube. I'm ready. Okay, good. So I just had a feeling. I had a feeling that when I dropped the topic, I did my best in making sure that everybody that was connected to me was going to was going to really get access to this information. And I may not really have promoted it the way I should, but I just felt like in the circle of intention, this should fall in the hands of people. Or what we're going to go through tonight, we're going to fall in the ears and the hearts of people who are intentional. Okay. So one of the things I'm just going to do is actually 9:01 right now. I'm going to give you guys 60 seconds, get into the group, put OTC, get everyone you need to invite. We're recording live on YouTube. So this call is officially started. Just a moment. I believe everybody can hear me. A lot of people are actually sick, but they don't know they're sick. A lot of people actually are going through a problem. They don't know the source. A lot of people are going through a lot in this season, but they don't know what the problem really is. One of the hardest things in life is to go through a problem. You have no idea where it's coming from. Okay, how to solve it. And you just think you're fit and you're capable. You have all it takes to really be successful. You're doing everything, you're hardworking, but you're really not seeing the things you're working for. The question you want to ask yourself is, how do you solve a problem you don't know? Okay, so that's literally what we're going to be delving into. I believe by the grace of God. Okay,
they don't believe that the U.S. government is legitimate. They do not believe that the U.S. government really is a sovereign entity that should be respected. And Trump is directly playing into that.
Okay, good. So what we're going to go through tonight is something to help us identify, how to literally get ahead of every program, how to literally get ahead of every. Okay, just let me put it in simple terms. Being in charge. Okay, I don't know if you'd like to really be in charge of your life. There are a few questions I'm going to ask. So it's a mentorship night, which means there's a little bit of intention. There's a little bit of communication that is going to go on for me to know you guys are really here to really get what it is that I have to offer tonight. Okay, and yeah, are you guys ready for that? If you like to be in charge, okay, so I like to be in charge. Or if you're in charge, say I'm in charge. Because so what's the topic tonight? Limiting beliefs. LB. I need everyone to put LB on the chat. Limiting beliefs. It's a cancer. It's a big problem. Everything we are and we are not. It's based on it's derived from our belief system. The problems you have, the success you have, the person you become is literally based on your belief system. Your belief system is the verb of your mindset. Is the action word of your mindset. You're going to write these things down, okay? I may be a little fast. I'll try my best to be slow, but I believe I'm in charge right now. So the verb of your mindset is your belief system, a system of belief. Okay, so your mindset is the frame. Your belief system is what explains or what interprets that frame. Okay, so the first question I want to ask before I delve into this major and beautiful topic is, everyone who's here right now that is my friend, all of you are my friend, your family to me right now, what would you say is your major challenge right now? What area would you want to address in your life that you need a major change? You really want to be in charge. Okay, give me 3. No, just give me 2. Name on the chat, every one of you. Okay, so this is where we're going to get started. So there are major areas, there are life major areas that everybody will want to be in charge, but I don't want to assume everyone want to be, and I don't want to assume the topic is going to be driven towards one direction. So what you give to me is what I'm going to, because it's the same thing. All right, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you understand the power of mindset or the act of understanding your mind system, there's nothing in your life you can change. There's no problem of money. Never. Okay, the people who have a problem of money, they are zombies. Okay, so, and I literally tell you why I use the word zombie. How can you cure a zombie? So let's say, let me use the word vampire. Can you cure a vampire with blood? From what we know about vampire, I don't know. Yeah. From what we know about vampires, can you cure a vampire with their craving of blood? You guys talk to me. Okay. If they're craving after blood, would that be the cure? No, they're zombies. They have no, they have no control. Okay. So zombies are people who don't have control. I'm using the words that it gets to anyone who's listening right now. If this touches you, then this is what we're addressing. So if anybody who has a problem of money and you are aware that you have a money problem, okay, and you're chasing everything you're doing, your consciousness is to actually get ahead of a money problem, you are a zombie. All right. And I'm going to take this call to tell you why you should address you being a zombie. Okay, because I've been a zombie for a larger part of my life. For a larger part of my life, I've been a zombie. A lot of people are zombies. Okay, they are programmed. They are already deficient. So let me go back to what I asked. So I asked the question, what would you like to be in charge of? Okay, what is your major challenge? So we have the area of health, we have the area of finances, we have the area of relationship, we have the area of career. Okay, what would you say you're not getting on well? All right, so just give me content. Everyone on the chat, everyone. I hope you guys understand my question. So if it is majorly finance, drop finance. If it's majorly relationship, is career. If it is health, okay, don't forget how you do anything, okay, is based on your belief system. I hope you guys got what I said. So I know I'm going to get a lot of finance because I'm a finance minister. So I know the kind of people I know I'm going to get a lot of finance, but let's not just base all of this in finance. When I'm talking about finance, I'm talking about money. A lot of people here today, you are not meeting your financial needs. So if you're not meeting your financial needs, you're behind financially. Okay, you're not where you want to be financially. So finance may be a problem. If you are both 25 and you're on this call and you have setbacks financially, okay, then you need to address your finances. Okay, if you don't address it right now, you're going to have issues. You're gonna compromise life and values. If you still have values right now and you're both 25 and you're not solving the major problem, you're taking reliefs rather than finding solution. You're taking reliefs because you're programmed to, you don't even know you need solutions. Okay, you want to really pay attention to the things I'm going to share on the course of this call, because if you don't, you have a major problem. Okay, relationship, money management, risk management. Okay, that's talking about. Okay, I know a lot of you are going to bring it into trading, and it's fine if you're bringing it into trading. If it's trading related, talk to me. This is one night I can help you. Okay, so this is like an open mentorship call. This one night, if it's trading related, okay, it's all going to lead to money. So if you want to detail your financial psychology, trading problems, okay, give it to me. I know how to help you because it is one mainframe. It's a mainframe. Okay, I need everybody to put mainframe on the chat. You deal with the mainframe, you solve the problem of the computer. All right. So you guys you've not hooked me on. I'm asking the question. I don't know what to do right now if I don't get the answers I need to get from you. Okay. I have something to give, but what do I give? I don't want to assume generality. I want to pick case points so that I can detail, so everyone can understand how to use this case point for anything. Okay, so I do know that the majority of people, even if you don't want to say, it's going to be about finance. Okay, and I said, what area of finance? If you want to break into, so some of you have a dream income, but your income is not your dream income. Okay, but you've been dreaming an income, but you're not getting there. Okay, some of you, you don't even have an income that you are happy about. Okay, and you're wondering, you're working hard, but you don't have that income. It's just a simple thing I'll say, everything is going to change. Some of you, it's relationship. You don't get the kind of relationship you want, or you're getting always betrayed in relationship or circle. Okay, some of you may be about you're struggling so hard to get ahead in career. Okay, you don't even know. Some of you may be purpose or life related. You don't understand where your life is. You're scattered. All right. So identify one and give to me on the chat. Everyone, I need you guys. Okay, so I'm trying to be as open as I can, and I want you, everyone, let's not make this call your listening call where you just come and let me hear what I got to hear. No, okay, you have to participate. It's an intentional call. Something has to come to you, or you don't need it. Okay, so are you guys with me? Give me right now, because at the end of the day, let me first define what this topic is all about, so you guys know. I use the word cancer because a lot of people today, it is when it gets bad that they know they are diagnosed, that they know they have cancer. True. Okay, you don't live up to say, oh, there's cancer in my body. It causes something, okay, and the effect of that thing, as serious it is, when it is diagnosed, they say, okay, the cause effect is a cancer, something that lives with you that you're not even aware it's living with you and is killing you. Okay, so there is a cancer of belief that is called limiting beliefs. So if you are not living in a state of abundance, you are limited. And if you're limited in life, has nothing to do with your environment. It has everything to do with your environment. It's not the environment, it's your internal environment, your mindset. Okay. Now there's a cost effect to what can kill or depreciate or loosen the value of your belief. Okay, but let's not go into the cost effect first. Let's diagnose. Let's talk about belief. Okay, everything that you are, you will be. We come out or will be exposed through your belief. So if you're financially limited, all right, you have a financial limitation, financial belief limitation, all right? So you have a limiting beliefs about money. And if you're, so I may be earning $100,000, okay? That is because I have upgraded my belief system of earning a certain kind of income. If you are earning less than 1,000, it means your belief system of money has a cap, it's limited at $1,000. If you're earning 500,000 naira or you're earning 100,000 naira as income, your belief system is limited by the currency naira and that figure you're earning. You can never earn above your belief system. Okay, you can never earn above, because why? What you believe is what you're exposed to. You want to write that down. Life will not expose to you out of context of your belief. So if you believe you're poor, life goes ahead to validate poverty for you. So situations, so you guys listen to me carefully. So first is we diagnose, we get to know what's the mind frame, because we can identify the frame you are on. A lot of people today, then we're going to talk about the cause effect. I'm just trying to find a way to make people understand that the problem is not how you are feeling now, what you're feeling now, the fruits. The problem is the seed. Okay. And I'll be very generous to tell you today, we live in a world where people are looking for over 95% of people are looking for relief rather than solution. How many of you? So for every one of you who have a money problem, now I want to ask this question. If it's about finance, if I offer you $100,000, will that solve your problem? For those of you who said you had money issues, I need an answer. For those of you, I believe every one of you, I believe many or majority of you, you said finance. So this is just a plain question, not a rhetorical question. Don't. It's not a confusing question. I just want to know what you think. Okay. If I offer you $100,000 right now, do you think it's going to solve your problem? Your money problems? I know what you guys are thinking right now. You don't want to come out plain to say yes or no, but normally, between you and God, some of you, that's the prayer you're praying. You're asking for money. But the whole goal is to tell you on this call that there is no money problem. There are money-related issues, but there are no money problems. If you have a money problem, you are a zombie. Okay? I'm using that word directly for a purpose. Okay? And I use the examples because sometimes the best way to help a lot of people is to hypnotize them or to sensitize their mind to a direction they are not looking at. So I use the sentence or I use the phrase or maybe an example. If you're here today, many of you have watched vampire movies. Okay? If anyone becomes a vampire, it means they are deficient. They are already deprogrammed. They are out of life. And the only sustaining factor is what? Blood. Am I correct? Put one on the chat if you get me. Okay? The only sustaining factor is blood. Now, when you give these people blood, so you give them a truck of, you give a vampire a truck of blood. Does this solve the problem? So this is where I want us to be in the same page. That is why you can never solve a problem for somebody who has a money problem. You can never use money to solve a problem for someone who got themselves a money. Another scenario is this. Okay, good. Good. Let's bring it to Ken Reed, that is fantasy. Okay. How many of you know about obesity? All right. So if someone is really, really overweight, okay, there's something they do now. I don't know the English they call it. There are surgeries people could do to take out weight. How many of you know that? Put one if you do. If you eradicate excess weight from your body, does it solve the problem of weight gain? Wow, okay, liposuction. Okay, good. Thank you. Does it solve the problem of weight gain? What is it called? It takes what you think is the limitation out, but it doesn't solve the problem because the same person who, you know, there's something I used to, how did we get here? There's something I'm working on right now. How did we get here? A lot of people don't take track of, if anything is happening to you today, you never paid attention yesterday. That is why something is happening to you today. How did you get there? How did you gain weight? How did you go big? How did you add lean muscles? How did you get this poor? How did you ignore opportunities? How did you get to this place your account is showing red? Now, I want to say this. I'm not going to take the spiritual part out because we're going to deal with that majorly, okay? There are financial troubles. People could go through financial troubles. I do, okay? Every big person. So there are financial troubles or challenges. I'm not talking about financial challenges. Even in the midst of financial challenges, if the problem of money do not occur to people, even in the midst of financial challenges, and I'm going to come to that, but I'm trying to make and bring us to a point of understanding so that we can understand the metrics. How did we get here? I need everybody to write that question down. Okay. How did we get here? Okay. Let that question, write it in your note if you have a note. Whatever you're doing, whatever challenge you're going through, write that question. How did I get here? How? Something is going to happen when you do that. Okay. It's going to take you to not seeing the problem and its solution, but on the truly understand how did this come? Why is this here? Okay. So if someone is having weight issues, okay, there is a solution and there's a relief. Many people go through the relief process because the solution takes a lot of time. True. The solution, okay, takes more time. The relief takes faster time. Isn't that the world we live in today? Where a lot of people, because for everything I'm going to offer you as a solution today, okay, many people know the solution to their life, but they rather go through the what? Relief. You know why? The problem is not because they don't need the solution. The problem is the mental belief, limiting beliefs. You cannot run. If you are in the metrics, you cannot run outside of the metrics. You have to run based on the programming of your metrics. Okay. So I'll give you guys case in point. Let's talk about some financial limiting beliefs. How many of you have education as a legacy? You may not know the question I asked. Okay. How many of you have inheritance? Your parents laid inheritance of investing for you. Or they made their best, they did their best to offer you an opportunity to go to school so that you can work for yourself. That's educational legacy. How many of you have that? If you have educational legacy, all right, put legacy on the chat. If you don't, if you have inheritance, it means they gave you education, but they also gave you investment so you don't have to work too hard for yourself. You will continue from that legacy. How many of you have that? And I'm not asking, it's not a question on this call. It's a question about the problem, okay, and how people are doing things differently. So if you have educational legacy, put legacy on the chat. If you have inheritance, put inheritance. You find out that, all right, I believe 90% of this call, probably over 95% of this call, okay, is running on educational legacy. We are opportunists, okay? We're exposed to an environment where we're put out to fend for what life is about. Am I correct? Put 100 on the chat. So how did we get here? I'm on the part. How did we get here? So you don't blame yourself for some certain things that happened, okay? But I want to bring you to a place where you begin to take responsibility if you want to make a change. All right? You need to start taking responsibility. There are certain things in your life, you are not the cause of it. Okay? I'm not the cause that I got into a family that was not inheritance. It's not my fault. God chose me and put me in that family for a reason. I grew up to later find out how, why. But before things were the way it is right now, I can't blame God for putting me in a family where all my parents did. They lived all their life just to give me educational legacy. And guess what? They didn't even complete it. I had to even complete it. And I completed it and I did not use it. All they worked for all their life is useless to me. Is that what do you guys think about that kind of life? Just picture you right now, all you are hustling and working for your children, just so maybe they come back and tell you that everything you worked for 40 years of your life is useless to me. How do you feel? Talk to me. This is where it gets real right now. Are you guys scared to talk? I'm not getting anything on chat. Are you shy? I'm saying this word right now. I'm a parent now. Imagine if all I'm doing as Kendrick Moore, okay, all I had to do for my children was work 40 years of my life, give all of my life. I didn't even, do you know one day I spoke to my mom? I want to make this thing so real so that you understand how deep this is. There was one day I had a conversation with my mom. She shed tears. I was shedding tears. She was shedding tears because I had to tell her the truth. Okay. What hurts me about her life, I know how she has suffered for us. And I told her, you didn't even live your life for yourself. There was nothing you did for yourself. All your pension, everything you did, all the land you bought, everything you did was for your marriage and your children, your marriage and your children. Woman, you did not even enjoy your life. It's our responsibility to make you not enjoy life. But all the things God exposed to you, you did not enjoy life. You lived every of your daily life, okay, to just sacrifice for your children. But guess what? You did not do a good job at that because everything you did wasted 40. I'm using the word. Listen to my words right now. Okay. I'm not playing on this call because why? If we do not tell ourselves the truth, okay, we'll keep living a lie. Do you guys agree with me? You agree with me? Okay. So I'm using the word wasted because if she knows better, she knows what I know right now, she was not going to do what she did. My parents are not going to do. So if you're a better parent, there are certain things, all right, your parent did, you're not supposed to do. Okay. All they did. Now there are major regrets. And we are the one teaching them if they knew better. Because why? They wasted money. My parents right now, all my parents, okay, they are on our pension. They're like, we are paying them to live life. Pension can't sustain them. It means the work they gave their life for can't sustain them right now. Are you guys feeling what I'm saying? It's the children that is sustaining them. Is that the kind of life, that the kind of future you want? But when we were not who we were babies, they were living the life for us, but they didn't know what's going to happen. They didn't pay attention to what's going to happen 20 years later, but they spent 40 years, okay, of waste to get into dependence. Because why? They were running on a belief system that was altered and faulty. Am I talking to someone's inner spirit right now? I mean, I know many of your parents, okay? So this may be challenging, but I'm saying the truth. Okay. I shed tears when I told her, and when I told her, she shed tears because why? What I was saying is true. They are now our babies. My parents now are our babies. Okay. When I was small, just on a light note, my mother used to talk to me with eyes, and I would respect. Now I talk to my mother with eyes, and she would respect. They are our babies now. My opinion, for every decision they want to make, our opinion counts. It means we are the parents. We are the leaders. Okay? Do you know why? The bread, the table has turned. And this is, I'm saying this because at the end of the day, I'm going to add the spirit side. It's a good parent. What does a good parent do? What's the relationship? What's the God standard for a good parent? Okay? You leave a legacy of inheritance for what? Your second generation. Inheritance, not legacy of education. Inheritance. It means all you do is to position your family so that your present nuclear and the next family do not have to struggle for finance. You leave them. That's what a good parent does. If you're a parent right now, is that what you're doing? And if you had parents, is that what your parent did? If the answer is no, where did you think you have your attributes of what you're going through financially? Where did you think it came from? They say the apple does not fall far from its tree. So there are certain things we inherit by close gene. If you grew in an environment, your father was betting business after business while you were going to school, he was betting businesses, you are going to naturally grow to bet businesses. Am I correct? But if you live in an environment where your parents were living paycheck to paycheck, it's going to be natural. It's a natural genealogy you're going to follow. You're not going to be challenged not to live from paycheck to paycheck. You're going to settle. It's natural. It will only take a drive and sometimes spiritual intervention, and you get exposed for you to leave that environment. Am I correct? Put one on the chat. So how did we get here? I'm taking you back to, if you're experiencing these problems financially, don't think what you will do. Your business will solve the problem, because why? Your business is a tool for you to manifest. And if you are altered or faltered financially from up here, okay, even if I give you $1 million and you are $1,000 person, you're going to lose till you have $1,000. It's life, it's nature, it's what it is. For you to become a $1 million person, and now let me give you guys a theory or principle, okay? It's not the money in your bank account that tells you you're rich. The money in your bank account tells you how rich you are or how poor you are. Do you guys find a difference in what I said? The money you're going to earn is a reflection of the money you have. So if there is no money in your bank account, you're empty. Money is a mess. Money is like a shadow of your true personality. So if you're not earning money and you're doing business, but you're not earning, you're hardworking, you're not earning money, your things are happening around you, but you don't seem to be growing. Guess what? You cannot grow above. See, if you stand here right now, there's light around you, you see your shadow. Your shadow cannot disappear from you. Like, you cannot stand here and your shadow is there. No. Okay. So if you don't see your shadow, it means there's no light. This is another part of the call, spiritual and deep. Okay. If you don't see your shadow, if you're standing, it means there's no light. True or true? How many of you understand that? If you don't see your shadow, it means there's no light. If you're not seeing money in your life, there is not the light of finance in you. So even if you try to learn the skill, I'm a Forex trader today. I've been in the space for 6 years now, more. I've been in the environment of money, okay, for more than 15 years. And I've seen people drifted. I've seen people who had a lot of money, they lost it. I've seen people who run after money crazily, they get it, but they lose it, okay? I see people who will never actually get it. And the problem is not even getting it. Some people don't even have the power to get it. Some people are craving to get it, but they won't get it. Some people crave to get it, they get it, okay, but they don't hold it, they don't sustain it. And people are not really looking at money for what it is. Okay, money is a reflection of who you are. Okay, so if you are weak financially, your bank account is going to tell you're weak. Okay, if you are strong financially, your bank account is going to tell you're strong. It's over time, it's not immediate. Okay, so one of the things I tell people who go through financial challenge, because I've gone through one. Okay, I've worked all my life. It took me 3 months to become a millionaire. 3 months. All right. When I learned the principle for 3 months, I worked all my life for about 12 to 15 years. It took me 3 months of not doing the things that I did for almost 15 years. It took me 3 months to change the narratives of my finances. And I've been changing it from one level to the other till date. Okay. So I understand principles. At some time, you're going to run on tactics and strategy. Tactics and strategy are for reliefs. For change, you need principle and essence. So I'll bring this call to a point where you guys are going to understand what I've been saying. So do we now know how we got here? So if you have a deficiency problem or you have a beliefs system are not just environmental, okay? They are transferred. They are transferred from our close relation, our close community, our close interaction, okay? So the only reason I'm not like my father is I changed environment. I did not do what he did. Okay, I broke out from the circle. Some of you are carrying a legacy your parents gave to you. Okay, and your difference in who they are. Maybe you have more money than them, but you're still them. Because why? You have a job today, you depend on the job for money. you depend on jobs for money. So if you depend on job for money, you're still your parent. You're still doing the same thing to your kids. Okay, so you're no different. You're just in a different environment and different currency, but you're not different from your parents. Okay, the richest people in the world today, every major millionaire or billionaire in the world today, they didn't get it through job. So why do you think you're going to be different? Why do you think you're going to get it through a job? What is a job for? A lot of people don't know what it is for. And the reason is still the belief. Okay, people want to be okay and settle rather than being efficient, okay, and live in a supply system. So how we got here is through our relationships. Now the question is, what is the solution to a limiting belief? Is that a question that is valid for everyone on this call? So whether you are actively aware that you have a limiting belief financially. So see, I still have a financial limiting belief. So when we talk about limiting belief, it's not really there is nobody that has gotten to their high limit. So limiting belief means level beliefs. Okay. So when it comes to finance, now I'm doing more of finance, but it's the same frame. It's the same thing you do with your head. I ask a question. If you want to take care of, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, what are the two things you need to do? Talk to me on the chat. Exercise and good diet. Do you agree with me? To have a healthy lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, you need to eat well and exercise well. Okay. Anything outside of that is a therapy. It's a short term. It's a relief. Anything outside of that, anything. To have a good lifestyle, to have a healthy lifestyle, you need to watch what you eat, know the food that is good for your body, and know the exercise that keeps you in shape. Okay, so what is key here right now is being aware of your food and your body. So if I'm aware, if I know what my body needs, I can eat well. How can you know how to eat well when you don't know what your body needs? Are you guys following me? Okay, how can you treat a financial problem when you don't know what you need? So how can you deal with your finance? So the same thing I talked about health. If you want to be successful monetary wise, what is the solution to monetary success? Let me know if you guys even know. If you want to have more than you kind of money, okay, what is the solution? What is the approach? You guys are thinking, if you're thinking that, it's okay. It's okay to think. But this is what a lot of people don't really do. Someone said mindset. Okay. Investing is the way to wealth. Okay. It's so simple, but a lot of people don't know. Investing, learning how to invest is the way, just like if you want to get fruits, how do you get fruits? Someone say breaking limit. How can breaking limit get you? See, life is not confusing, it's simple. It's just that. That's why I said many of these things you people know. In fact, almost every adult knows the way to wealth. But people are not looking for solution, they're looking for reliefs. Okay, these are simple things. So to get a harvest, say, as long as the earth remains, seed time precedes harvest. Okay, if you want to get a harvest, now I want to show you guys a principle that a lot of people don't know. Are you guys with me? Okay, if you're still with me, put on with you, Cambry. Put tracking on the chat. Put tracking. So seed time. So seed, it principally or spiritually, seed connotes investing. Harvest connotes, all right, harvesting. So there is investing before harvesting. So if you're having a harvest, it means return, ROI. Okay, what you're going to have ROI for, I mean, return on investing will be preceded by first investing. Likewise, what you're going to have harvesting for will be preceded by what? Investing. Sowing precedes harvest. I'm showing the principles. Now, this is the principle of more. Are you guys following right now? Am I still with you? Okay. The principle of more states, if you want to have more, okay, you have to sacrifice little, so little, okay? Then when you get little, compound. I'm just giving it to you guys. How do people become, how do the wealthy people you see today become wealthy? Okay, everybody had a fair chance opportunity. There was a time everybody had a fair chance opportunity. But why did some people acquire? Why some people spent? Okay, some thought of a future and they started sowing, they started gathering, they started investing. Okay, now when someone may say you need to have more before you invest. That's corrupt. Okay, there's a scripture that says, give a seed to the sower and bread to the eater. It means it gives everybody the same opportunity. But some people consume, why some people? So who are the sowers? Who is a sower? Someone who plants. Who's the eater? Someone who eats. But what is given? Seed. Seed is given to both. But someone decide to save and plant their seed while someone eats. So God comes, he gives seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Okay, but it's the same thing he gives, same opportunity, but one has a mindset. But one has a limiting belief that I need food. Why one says, oh, for me to not need food, I have to plant. Are you guys with me? See, there's a law of sacrifice. Everybody write that down. So there's a law of sacrifice. This is where a lot of people are irresponsible. I thank God I left that stage. The only reason I'm far different from the generation before me right now, or the generation I came from, is I understood that there's a law of sacrifice. Every wealthy person you see today, someone sacrificed for them. For you to live normal to wealth, there must be a lineage of sacrifice. There must be someone who's going to pay the price. Do you know why people are not breaking from the norm? Nobody's ready to pay the price. Are you guys with me? So someone said, give seed to the sower. I'm just playing this scenario for you so that you guys learn. I want you guys to just learn the principles and the essence of security. This limiting belief, okay, comes with a price. Someone needs to pay the price. The salvation you have today, someone paid the price. Okay, everything you have. See, you don't want to know how all of those people who got this message, stayed with Christ, heard this message, all of them died a horrible death so that you can have the life you have today. Someone paid the price. Every great thing in your life, someone has to pay the price. And the greater the worth, the greater the sacrifice. Are you guys tracking? Okay. This is where a lot of people don't know. The belief is so strong and limiting because there is a price to pay. Do you know why a lot of people know about investing but are not investing today? Because why? They're not ready to pay the price. So let me bring this to an understanding. So giveth seed to the sower is the same seed, and everybody have the same need around them. So if I am hungry, I'm giving seed. What's the natural thing to do? You guys talk to me. If I am hungry and I am giving seed, now seed connotes, so it's the same seed, it's the same bread. It just what makes a difference is who is holding it. Okay, so the seed is food, is the same food can also be a seed. So if I am hungry, okay, if someone is giving me something, it means I depend on it. True. It means I don't have it. If the Bible says he giveth seed to the sower and bread to the eater, it means they are in need. for distribution. For every supply, there's a demand, right? So if God is saying supply, it means there's a demand. Now, for demand to change to supply, okay, there has to be a sacrifice. So two individuals, one is eating, one is sowing. The one who decides to sow made a sacrifice to be hungry, so that he can save the seed and wait for the seed to yield. He made a sacrifice. Even if it cost the hunger, cost their life, someone from me will not have to always wait for what? Seed. Are you guys following me? I'm just giving you guys. And if you play life, there are people for every wealthy person, there are people in their lineage that made a sacrifice. And this is our responsibilities as parents. Okay. If you are in a level of finance today, think of your children. And if you're truly responsible, you will make a difference. If you're not making a difference, you are irresponsible. You're not ready to make the sacrifice. Because why? The problem is not the lack of solution. The problem is someone taking a stand. Okay, because of what? So if you're not ready to break, so something must compel you. The reason we have salvation today is because there's the presence of death and eternal damnation. If that was not there, I believe many people are not going to gain salvation. True or true? When you understand the consequence, you would know the worth of the sacrifice. If you know what you're going through today, your kids will go through it if you do not make a change. If you truly love your kids, would you pay that sacrifice for them? I know this is, I've gotten into where the topic is now intense. Am I correct? Talk to me. I'm friendly right now. I'm unfriendly right now. Right? Am I correct? Put 10 on the chat if I'm very unfriendly right now. Okay. Do you know why some people are not taking the bull by the horn? All right. Because why? I'm not saying this because it's intentional. It's because people are not aware because of the limiting belief, the cancer. They're running a program. Okay. But sometimes you need to be aware of the program you're running and the consequences. That's the idea of this call. You know, there's a consequence for ignorance. There's a large consequence. Okay. Some of you have heard solutions of business, of investing, of opportunity. You didn't take it because why? You're looking for easy routes. Okay, to get off this plane. No, I'll tell you boldly, there's a sacrifice. I'm not here, and I cannot see anybody that I have known, I follow, I've met. See, under the spiritual realm, under the physical realm of business, I follow people. I see anybody you see that has easy wealth. One thing I'm going to do, go study them. They may say they have easy wealth today, but look at where they came from. Okay, if it is truly easy wealth, it's not going to be sustainable. I promise you, it's a guarantee. There's no easy wealth. There is, even for grace. See, I'm someone who's walking by grace. My wealth is by grace. Okay? It's entirely grace. I've been living a life of grace. I got married by grace. I got rich by grace. I'm walking in grace. I'm living grace. I'm a living proof of grace. But even in grace, I can tell you, you walk grace diligently. You know what? You know the sufferers that I've suffered. I've done businesses. I've been arrested. I paid bills I didn't intentionally owe, but because I was a victim of businesses. Come to trading. Do you know how many accounts I blew people's money? I was in debt. I sold my 2 cars. The year of COVID, and my family had nothing. I was in debt. I couldn't even pay my rent. Then you see me have what I have today. You think I did not pay the price. It came by skill. No, it came by the break. See, there's something I broke. I paid the price because I understood something. Even the grace stretched me. I said something in one of my training. If you want to make a shift, you have to lose everything that you lacked. Did you guys hear me? you have to lose your limitation to get into your abundance. So if you're scared of losing money and you want to have enough money, what's going to happen to you? You're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to get into business that costs you to lose a lot of money. All right. To test if your belief has changed. That's another part of this call, growing in this belief. So because the belief thing is a school, but understanding the cancer itself and making a decision to eradicate it, not nurse it through your life. Okay. If you knew you had a cancer and you have an opportunity to eradicate it, would you live through it with it? Yes or no? If you have an opportunity, you know the consequences of a cancer, would you live through with it? No, many of you wouldn't. So why are you living? Question to many people today is ask yourself, why am I living with this cancer of poverty, of lack, of health? Why am I living? Is it you think, I know many of you can say yes to this. Do you think the problem is because you don't know what to do? How many of you think you don't know what to do? That's the problem. You don't know how to get rich. How many of you don't know how to get rich? That's a direct, strange question, but I had to ask it. How many of you? So how many of you don't know how to get rich? It's strange, right? See, there's a direct question in front of you. Some of you can't even answer it. But the truth is, you know, if you sit with me one on one, I'll tell you, you know more than I do. Only thing is, you're not willing to do it. You're not willing to pay the price. You're not willing to pay the price. I can tell you, okay, that if you're willing to pay the price, you spend 12 to 24 months with me and you can attest and you make a decision that if I tell you to do anything after I diagnose what your issue is and what you cannot do, what your inabilities and what you can do to make money, and I tell you what to do in 12 months, if you're not earning 10 times of what you're earning right now, okay, God has not blessed me. But you know the thing? Many of you will not do what I'll tell you to do because why? You're not ready to pay the price. You think I'm here today because everything I did, I wanted to do them. I liked them. I never loved trading. Okay. And if you still look at me today, I am not a trader. I am an investor that knows the skill of trading. Okay. I know what to use trading for, but I'm someone who uses trading. So, but God has blessed me through trading because why? I was willing to make the necessary change. I was willing to adapt. I was willing to pay the price. Okay. Some of you, how many of you know I know how to sell a lot? I can sell a thing. You people see my mouth is good when I'm selling something, you like it, right? It's like I'm follow come, born with it. How many of you think so? Put 10 on the chat. Okay. I grew to love it. You know, one of the things that really got me into sales was when I finally understood my essence. Sales was easier. It became easy. It's tough to sell. But when you truly know why you're selling, it's going to be different. Everything that I am today, I paid the price to become. I became first, then the money followed, then the power followed. All right. Many of you know me today because I gained stance. I gained value. I became approach. I came into a place where you knew me. It means I say the scripture says, arise and shine, for the light has come and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. What's going to happen after that? You people know me because why? I just made a decision to shine. Okay. So let me lock in. Maybe this is going to be the course. I'll end it here. We're going to have a part two. I'll close with this part. So how do you solve a problem if you have limited finances? First, okay, what is your angle of finance? How are you earning money? First, look at how are you earning money. So if you're working a job, you're dependent. Wealth is gained or derived from Supply. Are you guys with me? Wealth is derived from what? Supply. So it is very simple for someone to turn a seed, to turn a bread to a seed, or to cast a bread as a seed. But first, okay, you need to change system. If you're working a salary today and all you gain or get is a salary, you're not productive. Because a salary is outer earned income. You can spend it, use it, okay, and wait for it. It is not connected to anything principal or essence. The universe has to help you. But the only way the universe has to help you means God. I'm talking the universe. God is going to use the, because why? He said in his word, all things that pertains to your life and godliness has been made already available. The reason you're not getting it is because you're not sowing it. So if your salary or your income is, if your income is your salary, okay, you're just getting bread. So let me give you guys the principle of more. How do you work the principle of more? If I have a salary, so there was a time I had salary. First, I have to change my salary, okay, to a service. If I'm a professional, okay, and I have a business professionally, and my business solely just pay me as income, it's not a service. Now, let me tell you what the service is. This thing I'm telling you right now, many of you are going to crack your mind and think, Kenvry, what did you just say? Are you guys ready? I'm going to tell you what you would think. Maybe some of you think true tonight. So many people, some people have a business and they think, if I have a business, then I'm going to be rich. There are many poor people that have a business, they're not rich. How many of you know that? There are many people who have businesses, but they are not rich. How many of you know that? See, the principle of the world, the principle of finance, the principle of, so there is the principle of business, then there's the principle of wealth. Wealth creation has a blueprint and a frame. And you want to get this, your belief into the belief of wealth. This is what you need to know. Okay, I'm a trader today, am I? Am I a trader? Do I know how to trade? Do I know how to trade? Yes, I learned trading just like everybody did. Many people do. In fact, a lot of people have stopped trading, but I didn't stop. Am I making money from trading? So I'm in front of you, so I can tell you. Okay, many people can be in front of you, but a lot of people are not willing to tell you. I'm someone who boasts in principles. I don't boast. That everything I do today is very open, I can tell you. Okay, because why? There are things that I've learned from people who are principled. So you can't hide principles. Okay, it's open. Everybody can learn it. So if you're a doctor today and you work in a hospital, where does your income come from? Your income is limited to the hospital you work for. But if you become a doctor and you give your service of a doctor to the earth, not because of money, you serve people with the gift God has given to you. So your gift will make room for you. What do you think the scripture says? Say your gift will make room for you. Now, there's the gift of money you give, or there's the gift of your time, or what God has blessed you with. How many of you are committed what God has blessed you with back to God without expecting income? Are you guys still with me on this call? So in the world of business, this is what it means. Okay, there are ways to do it. So if I want to bring it back, so I've just spoke something right now. Many of you may not understand it. So let me bring me in. I'm a trader today. When I learned the act of trading, I wanted to help people not make the mistake of losing money in trading. So I became someone who was helping people become guidable in trading. Was I being paid for that when I was doing it? I didn't do it because of money. Because why? I understood the principle of service to many leads to greatness. How many of you have heard that before? How many of you have heard that before? The more people you serve, all right, the more you create an opportunity to be served. The more people you help get what it is they want, not because of money, what it is they want. Now, money can come from it. Now, if you see one thing about principles, it doesn't respect a person. If you run the right principle, even if because of money, you'll be successful monetary wise, but you know your success is limited by your mindset or your ability. If you do it for money, your success is limited. But if you do it for God, God is not limited. If you do it for you, you're limited. So you get the blessings of how much or how far you can go. But if you do it truly for God, so the truth is, where do you invest in? A lot of people are investing in their ability. Now I'm giving you a principle. You can decide to invest in your ability. That means you have to learn more. That's why a lot of people are limited in the space of abundance. Because why it will take you to learn more, know how to market, know how to create, for you to earn more. But there is another part. There is the part of the universe that billions of people don't know what you know. And if you only, do you know why YouTube has made more millionaires in our time than people who have earthly real estate businesses, and they cannot earn as 18-year-old boys that are trading, that are doing content on YouTube? Have you guys marveled at how YouTube earns money? Or Instagram create? Do you know the world of content creation today? Do you know why it's thriving and it's making people crazy money? Do you know? Have you thought of it? Because it's running on a principle of more. The more people you give value, the more the universe brings value to you. So when someone creates a content and put it out there, now the reason they are doing it doesn't matter to the universe. If they're doing it for money, if they're doing it for content, it doesn't matter. What matters to the universe is how many people it gets to. So if 1 million people see your view, YouTube is going to pay you. But what you don't know, a lot of people don't know. Go watch all these content creators now. Most of them, they have courses. People pay them. They have endorsements. They have, because why? The universe set to distribute to people who can reach more people. True value. Am I speaking truth that you know? Put 10 on the chat if I'm speaking truth that you know. I'm not telling you go and learn content creator, because there are many of you know about this thing this guy is saying is true. Let me go and learn content creator. Then you're not different from the program. You go anywhere the money is. But I'm just trying to show you how this principle of more, everybody's wealthy today. Anybody can be wealthy. Just run on the principle of more. How did I come here? I became an educator for IM Academy. How? Why? How? Because why? When I came into the system as a student, I found a way I learned very well, and I started showing people. Okay, I was teaching people. I got to my mentor. I said, see, let's do this for the community. I was hosting calls. Were I being paid? No, I wasn't being paid. I'm a student like other students. I was teaching other students. But the universe is always waiting for suppliers. He said, give that seed. So why put you in a place where you can supply, you can give more value. Today, many of you know me. Because why? I came, I rise, I was giving. Now, do you know the kind of money I've earned just because of what I've done? And the kind of money I'm earning right now, I can never trade it. If I stop trading for the rest of the year, okay, nothing shifts I'm in a place of comfort financially. Now, I don't have to work for money because why? God has positioned me for the abundance of supply. I've sold into the universe. So the universe, so I have a partnership. I earn from my craft and my skill, but I earn from the universe as well, which is limited. Talk to me. You guys talk to me. So every wealthy person in the world today that you know, name one, I'll tell you they are running on the principle. I'm talking about wealth, not rich. Many of you are obsessed with riches. I am not. God did not promise us riches. He said, God, wealth. You are wealthy. Okay? So you have dominion over the earth. That's not riches, that's wealth. Anybody that is wealthy is running on the principle of the universe, the principle of essence, knowingly or unknowingly. So one of the things I'm set to do with people, I don't just want to teach you a skill that you are not mentally. A lot of people don't know. Just like I have said, why a lot of people are failing in forest or in our environment or this environment, they're not failing because they want to or it's a bad environment. They're literally failing because they are repelling. You cannot attract a money that does not belong to your bank account. You will make decisions, you cut corners, you would compromise till you reflect who you are. So all you need to do is change here. What is running here? What do I really want to attract? What kind of money do I really want to earn? Okay. Now, when you answer that question, the next question will be, what kind of sacrifice do I want to give? When you answer that question of sacrifice, you will find the people that would help you with the sacrifice. That's what I did. That's what happened to me. And it's happening to you right now. Every one of you have the people around you. You have the mentors, you have the coaches, you have people who are willing to guide you. In fact, there are more around you, but it's just you that is not ready. Okay. If you're thinking, so let's say most of you are here today right now, you're probably a Forex trader or you're trading in an environment and you're still having issues. Okay, I'm here boldly to tell you, one thing I've done over the years is I stand for truth. A lot of people are not willing to tell the truth, but there's something I believe about the scriptures. You may know the truth, not here. You may know the truth. What is it going to do? You guys talk to me in the chat. I found out that the only thing that sets people free is not the skill, it's truth. A lot of people are not willing to tell the truth in this space. Okay, I do. So many people who come into this space want to be financially free, but they are financially limited. So how can you solve a financial limitation with a skill? Is that even possible? But a lot of people are buying into that lie. They're gambling it. Now, the universe has something. It distributes. So sometimes you can get things you don't even own. Okay, but you can get them. So just like if I'm passing somewhere and there's a fruit right now, I could just collect a fruit, but I don't own the tree. So people are gambling on ownership when all they're doing is privilege. Okay, just because you traded and you made a couple of money and you got comfortable, now you're living like you owned it. If you do not drift into the principle, you're going to lose it. And that's what has happened to a lot of traders. They made money, they lost it, they lost it, they lost it. And they think, oh, it's psychology problem. I teach psychology. One of my major essence in trading right now is I major in psychology. But I realize that I can't even help the psychology of a person if there's a limiting belief. Because even if they learn the psychology that I have learned, it worked for me because I made a sacrifice to make a change. If they don't know what the problem is and they are trying to treat them, so even psychology training is still trying to treat the relief. Do you know the problem? Just like I talked about obesity, just like I talked about health issues. Likewise, the same way you got, let's say you are smoking today and you have lungs issue. The problem is not your lung issue. Your problem was smoking. So even if they give you new lung and you keep smoking, what's going to happen to the lungs, the new lungs? It's going to die. So let's not be problem or effect oriented. Let's be action. The actions we do every day that leads to these things we see over time. Let's go back to those things. And that's really what I'm trying to do. When I brought this call or everything I'm communicating is to bring us to the origin, okay? Where are we on money? If you're a trader or whoever you are, wherever you are, what kind of business, where are you in money? Identify your stance. Are you on demand or your supply? If you are on demand, the problem goes far back. Okay, you can never get the effect of supply being on demand. So I just gave you guys a scenario so that you guys know that you can get into abundance. All you need to do is find a way to sow in two ways. Either you sow into business or you sow into the universe. Service to many leads to greatness. There was a call that I had that I told, was it Madam Juliet? Okay, so let's say you're a nurse, whatever you're doing, Find a way to find people who have needs of what you're doing and give it to them for free. Then check yourself in 6 months, 1 year. Just do it. You're going to be more than who you are right now. I promise the universe will make it so. Because why? The universe is craving for the expression of that your gift. Whoever you are a storyteller, you're a scriptwriter, you're a musician, whatever you do, find ways to give it to people. So if you know something, find a way to teach others who don't know it for free. Find a way, create a YouTube channel and just give value. You're going to even make money from YouTube. I promise you. Okay, I earn from YouTube. See this thing, if you guys are on YouTube right now, okay, I'm getting paid. All right. So this is what it means. My income is not dependent on the work I'm doing now. There are things that I have done that are still paying me till tomorrow. Is that better than salary? That's what we call supply. That's what seed does. When you sow, it doesn't just pay you once. The moment it grows into a tree, in and out of season, it pays you. That's why you say, hey, you are like a tree planted. You're not like a job. You are like a tree planted by the rivers of water that brings out its fruit in and out of season. Your leaves, see, you have to understand, are you a tree or you're a fruit? If you're earning a salary, you're a fruit. Find a way to change your tree. Look at the characteristics of a tree. Something that is planted once, but brings, you cannot have a job once and you earn from it for life. True or true? So change the principle. You see, these are the things, the belief, understanding the belief of money, understanding the belief of wealth and riches, understanding the belief of earned income and made income. Many people do not know what these things stand for. All they need, I need money. What kind of money do you need? Earned money or made money? Have you guys talked about these details before? You have to. Okay? Because the moment you make the decision of what you truly want, you're going to go about. Your actions will go about what you decide. Do you agree with me? Many people have not decided what they want. Okay, they think they do. Oh, I need money, and you made a decision because you need money. What kind of money do you need? How much money do you want to earn? Because if you know how much money you want to earn, then you know that some certain things will not pay you that money. That's why some of you delve into an environment that you think, oh, this in this environment I can earn it. No, it's still the same principle that work. Trading is big, doesn't mean everybody can earn from trading. That's why 96% of people still fail in trading. And everybody is exposed to the same skill. Where do you think the problem is coming from? Are you guys with me on this call? Put 100 on the chat. It means there's a real factor people are not paying attention to. Same environment, same people, same skill, but 4%. Just the same way in the world today, 4% of people are rich. What is different? Something is not right. It has nothing to do with the environment or money. It has everything to do with the person in the environment. So if we begin to now change, so this message is change the person who's running the program will change. Stop needing money. There's no problem of money. There's no health issues. You got yourself there. Means you can get yourself out. There's no relationship issues. You're not just paying attention to some certain things in the relationship. The good thing is today I'm 6 years in marriage. Today is my wedding anniversary. I've learned a lot of things about relationship that a lot of men don't. I made sacrifice. You see, for every good thing you see in the world today, you see, if you look at my relationship, it's very sweet. I mean, if you can agree my relationship is sweet. When you see me and my wife, even from afar, we look sweet, right? Talk to me. You're my friend, your family. Look sweet, right? Even my wife acknowledges the sacrifices I make as a man to accommodate some certain things so that we can have peace in the home. I heard something from Miles Monroe, and I said, wow, Kembre, you got this, even without knowing. The primary reason for you and your family is not you and your husband or you and your wife. You are vessels for children. That's why I said, say, train up a child in the way God put you in that family. You are a purpose. A lot of people get too selfish. When you know your life is for others, there's a way you would live it. Many people are not others related. That's why they are poor, broke, limiting, having problems. They have issues. Because why? They're selfish. If you become selfless just like God, okay, you'll find out that all of this abundance is in a selfless life. Okay, there are certain things you can live through when you become in business. If you become selfless, you'll be wealthy. A lot of people are too selfish. And I realized the time I was poor and now that I'm rich, I'm selfless now. But then I was selfish. Only me model, only me fitness trainer, only me degree. Only you want to get masters. Only you want to get, for what? You're not giving it to anybody just to go work for one person or one company. Are you not selfish? You're an epitome of selfishness. And you don't even know. You're just acquiring degree just to go for one person or one company or one brand. And there are billions of people in the world God created you for, but you were selfish enough to isolate yourself from what God wants and what you want. And you are going to school, learning more skill, just to save yourself. And you're wondering why you're poor. Are you guys with me? Some things are real, right? I'm saying some real things. Okay, you guys are hearing some real truth, right? They're real. They're a little bit horrible. Okay, I'm saying in a horrible way, but it's the truth. Okay, now you find someone who didn't even go to school from beginning. They started serving people. Why you like all these Igbo boys? They do well. They started serving people, serve. They get into business. Their craft, their mindset is deep. They make sacrifices. They don't. I'm using the word Igbo boys, but not. There's this selfishness in every craft though. But you see people who just grew into the world of, let me look at how I'm going to add value to people. You find out how wealth will visit you and you can't even plan for it. Okay? So you change the person who's running the program and invest in two things. Make a choice. Investment leads to wealth. So, and there's a way to get a type of wealth. I rather sow into essence than so into person. I have business skills and idea, but every of my business skills and idea I develop for. If you followed me well, I've told you a triangle of success is a triangle of life: God, environment, people. You will be wealthy when you understand this triangle. If you understand God, God is interested in the earth. And who lives in the earth? People. If you can save your environment and people, you're literally serving God. So if you find value to give to the people and save your environment, you're going to be wealthy. It's a principle. It's a law of success. It's a law of more. And every business that is big today, whether they are doing it for God, okay? See, when God said, give and it shall be given, it didn't say Christians give and it shall be. It's a law. The law of gravity is a law. Anybody who operates on the law will get its benefit. It's no respect of person. Are you guys with me? Okay. So some people being too religious thinks this thing, okay, God is blessing some people. I go, no. Anybody who runs on the principle or law of the universe will get its result. So these things that I am saying right now, whether you are a Buddhist, whoever you are, a Jew, a Muslim, you run the principle, it will work for you. There's only one thing that cannot work for you. Okay, that's why I said invest in two things. If you invest it as a craft, you get the result of the craft. Okay, but there is something God gave to us. It is called grace. We don't earn it. We don't have to work for it, but we have to obey it. Say, if you be willing and obedient, I'll give you the good of the land. It means there's a provision for the saved, for those that are just. So all I need to do is walk my way. And that's what I've been doing in my life. I am very hardworking, but I walk grace. I use my hardworking to walk grace because there's more benefit in grace than in being a man. Are you guys following me? Okay. So I walk, I know how to walk grace. What is grace? His word. Obey his word and follow his spirit. So I'm very good, but I also follow the principle of the spirit. So everything I do primarily first for God. I don't exist when God does. God does. God does. So my first consciousness is God, because I know I'm a thief. I'm using a worldly, I'm someone who's very interested in getting all God has given to me. So what I need to do is obey all what he has said about getting it. That's how thiefy I am. I'm very, 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 very. So the word is, I'm very intentional. Okay. So there are things that I've gone through. A lot of people don't know I came out. I came out because why? I go through things, but I'm going to things. I may go through worldly things that any worldly person goes through. The things I've gone through, you won't survive. Even what I'm going through right now, as a man, as a business person, there are things that I'm going through right now. If I was just a man, I would not survive. I won't even be in this call. But where I am going to is far bigger than what I am going through. This is what a lot of people drown in life, because why? You're trying to be selfish when you can be assisted. I'd rather be assisted by grace than to work as a man. Are you guys with me? So there's where grace is. That's why I brought this call, and I'm bringing it to an end. Learn to invest where God puts you. Where God gives you a light, shine to people. He will help you. Or you can decide to make it a craft and attract people. The universe will also help you. It's a law. You choose how you want to operate it. But has this been a wonderful call tonight? Okay, so this is one part. Identifying that there's a cancer of belief, a limiting belief. It may be shared in families. It may be shared through families. It may be shared in families. So if you're having health issues, okay, you got yourself there. How did you come there? There is a practice. There's a way you're eating. There's a way you're not exercising that is giving you health issues today. Stop taking the pills. Okay, address the problem. Do you know if you begin to address the problem, the effect and symptoms will begin to die gradually? This is for health. All right. They'll die gradually. Unless it's extreme, then you have to do both ways. You have to do therapy, but also be conscious of eating well. That is, if you can come out. But there's no health issue. As long as you're alive, there's no health issue you can't train. There's no relationship issue you can, even the worst relationship, you can treat them. The only thing I can guarantee you is something will come out of you. You either be very patient, you will tolerate, you will be more listening than reactive for you to go over the issues. Nobody, no human person with human consciousness will be perfect for you, and neither are you perfect for everybody. But how do you live with people? You make sacrifices. Are you guys getting me? I'm not talking about relationship right now. Okay, in business, you're working with people. Even in education and career, choose your courses, choose what you want to go. Just because your friend is doing a thing doesn't mean you should do it. Your choice of career, was it about you or was it about what you get from it? The chances are what you get from it, if that is it, you're going to be so poor and broke, you end up being broke. Pursue passion and profit. All right, so that's about the different layers. Okay, I know we have higher layers, but I just want to do the introductory part today. Okay, we'll find time over maybe another course or time. But how many of you found this interesting? Okay, and you have any question you want to ask, shoot. How many of you found this interesting? Let me know in the chat. Was it introductory enough, or it was English or German? And what you're going to find out, this is what a lot of people don't know how to do. Let me give you a clue. A lot of people don't premeditate on the message they hear, but they know how to hear. One of the things I do is something touch. If I get into an environment and someone speaks to my spirit, I meditate on it. what did I just hear? Something touched me. What am I going to do about it? You premeditate on it, because answers come from where you understand, then you decide. Because whether you like it or not, this is an opportunity. But how you treat it is based on how you understand it. So the question is, do you really want to understand what you just listened to? Okay. Do you want to understand? So if you want to have a deeper understanding, meditate on it. There's a part of you that is bigger than you. When you meditate on it, you're going to get help. That's where questions come in. So what part of this touched you that you want to deal with? So if there is a money issue that was really in front of you, have you found a way to deal with that money issues? Okay. If you don't, that's where question we have. If you did not find a way, and I spoke about money issues and how you can deal with them, and you don't have a way you can deal with yours, and you're not asking a question, it means you did not even learn anything. Are we together? And I'm going to go off this call. It means you just enjoyed an opportunity you never took a hold of. But if you're truly interested, you'd be like, okay, Cambry, what do I need to do about this? Because what I did was just to diagnose and tell you the effect, what caused the problem, and what you can do to eliminate the problem. But individually, we are different. We have different diagnoses in the same environment of sickness. Okay. So how are you going to deal with yours may be different. Am I making sense? Okay, sir, please, can you just explain the law of the universe again? My network was bad. The law, there's no law of the universe. There are laws that governs the universe. So there is the law of more. I talked to you guys right now about the law of more, law of wealth. It's the same law that governs the law of wealth. I just used the word more. So there's the law of gravity. All right. There is the law of consistency. Okay. There's law of repetition. There's so many laws. In fact, there's a book but that one's dangerous. Yeah. I think it's 47 laws of the universe. It's a very dangerous book. If you read that book, it's going to consume you. So there are different books on laws. Go find books on laws. If it's just but they have simple laws you have to pay attention to. Okay. There's the law of love. How many of you know the law of love? Okay, let me know. How many of you know the law of love? If you don't, just simple, so that we'll leave you on time. I can tell you if you don't. All right. Okay. You guys are thinking. Okay. Is it the part where you're talking about giving free but oh okay. All right. So many people don't know. Okay, so I give you guys a book. I've said it several times. You guys go read that book. You guys are not reading. The Power by Rhonda Byrne. Okay, The Power. The Secret, The Power, and there are 3 series. I think 3 or 4, but The Power. You're gonna learn there are different friendly laws you're gonna learn. The law of love is the law of attraction. Everything you love, you attract. Consciously or unconsciously. Everybody is working on this law, but we don't. A lot of people are not using the law. Okay, everything you love, you truly love, you're going to attract. So a lot of people don't know how to love. Many people, you hate your life. You hate your finances. You hate where you are, and that's why you're attracting it. There are things about you can love and you'd attract that. Some of you hate your income. That's why you're attracting bad income. You're not operating on love. You're operating more on pain, pressure. And that's why you're attracting. The law of love is the law of attraction. Everything you can genuinely love, you would attract into your life. If you love your health or the things you're healthy about, you will give vent for the universe to multiply them. Love is a multiplier. And the verb of multiplier is gratitude. Everything you're grateful for, you amplify. I could sit with a teacher or a coach, and you would have that access to that teacher and coach. But what I'll get from that teacher and coach in 6 months or 1 year, you probably won't get it, because why? I use the laws of the universe for everything. I appreciate people in front of me. When I get access to a coach, irrespective of what, if they know or God puts me in an environment of anyone, I appreciate them. Because why? When I appreciate them, it amplifies what they have for me. Okay. A lot of people are too busy in this world not paying attention to the things that really matters. And that's why when you read, you get exposed, mentorship, coaching, these things expose you. You get opportunities to learn. Okay. Did you guys learn that right now? I just made it direct. The law of love is the law of attraction, and verb is gratitude. Okay. So what is the name of the book that laws of the universe? There are many books. There are many books. Is it Maxwell? It's not. No. I have that book. It's not here. Let me see. Okay, no. I think my brother took it to school. He said the laws of human nature. That's another one. But there is a particular one. But sometimes there are books you will read, it can consume you. That book is not something you jump into. But there's a book, the 47 irrefutable laws of the universe. I think there's a book. I'm trying to look for that. I've not read it. I've gone through it. It's a scary book to read, because if you do not understand yourself and you read those kind of books and you do not know yourself, you may lose it. Okay, but there is this book I just told you guys to read. If you want to love how the universe really operates mildly with you, go read The Secret, okay, by Rhonda Byrne. Read The Power and something, the money, the power and the magnet or something like that. But read The Secret and The Power. You can go start with The Power now. Okay, you'd love it. Okay. I gain that many people have a bees. They are bees, men, and not what they are. Many people. So any question? So this is the time for question. I'll take questions and we'll go. All right. If in case 48 laws of power, yeah, there's 48 laws of power. There's some, is it 20 something irrefutable laws? So there are many books on laws. Okay, but the most important law in the world is the law of love. It's the law of attraction. A lot of people don't understand the law of attraction. Yeah, there is one by Maxwell. Okay. There is a question that I want to ask. And let me ask it in a direct way that everybody can get the question. Something you may like to do or you may not do. What is the sacrifice that you think you need to pay to shift your financial problems? I mean, if you know the answer. Thank you. The 41 irrefutable laws of leadership. Yeah, that's Maxwell. I asked the question right now. I know many of you are thinking of it, but I directly asked the question because there's a simple mistake we do that we don't know we do. We like to enjoy when we should be challenged. Many of you enjoy this training, but you're not challenged. So I'll come, I may do this training again, you enjoy it. And guess what? When I want to do this type of training again, you may not want to come because why? You've enjoyed it. You cannot repeat enjoyment. True, right? One thing you learn to do when truth comes to you, truth is to challenge you. Take a hold of every opportunity you have in front of you and make the necessary changes simply by asking. Do you know why I do every training and I ask? Do do you have a question? Because I know who I was and who I am to date. I will not be in a kind of training like this. And I have a mentor coach who knows what I don't know, or tell me what I've not even paid attention to. And I will just let them go. Because why? These opportunities don't come. They are not there. You didn't pay for the call, so it's my open call. I'm giving it. You can't just go and ask me. This is the time to ask. I said something during the call. You have to make a sacrifice. For the next life, you may enjoy it or some may enjoy it, but what kind of sacrifice did you or do you think you need to make in business, for your health, for relationship? So what is core to you in business? What kind of sacrifice do you need to make? Okay, some of you don't know how to do some certain things. That's your sacrifice. Learning to do the things you don't know or don't like to do, that's a sacrifice. Whatever that is going to cause you to be different from where you are, that is proven and right, would you be willing to learn? I found out that a lot of people here are suffering. A lot of people in this space and money are suffering simply because they choose to do what they are comfortable with rather than what they are sacrificial with. Your comfort zone is your broke zone or your limitation zone. If you're not ready to leave that zone, you're running on your limiting belief. Okay, so I told you I never loved Forex. Well, Forex trader today. Okay, you see this thing, I'm an introvert, but some of you now think I'm a good marketer. I can talk. I have an audience. Okay, that's because I learned it. I made a sacrifice to become the person that I am today, and now I'm eating and benefiting from it, the reward of it, because I made a sacrifice. I gave it time to learn it. I practiced it. I went under the wings of mentorship directly and indirectly. Okay, and today I can wing it. It's natural. It's not a part of me. I can talk to you like I never planned it. Okay, I can sell to you without even knowing the product. But as long as you need something, I can sell something to you because I understand the law of sales. So there are things you need to learn to sacrifice for. You see, trading. Let me talk to every trader here right now. Some people did not wait for this last part of this. If you are a trader and you're struggling financially, and that's what brought you to trading, 99% of the time, you're going to struggle through trading. And the reason is not because you don't want to learn trading. The reason is you think if you learn trading, trading is going to make you successful. So there is already a limited belief that is not true. Okay. So if you learn trading and you are unlimited, trading can only produce your level of limitation. So if you're limited, the result is going to be limited. Because why? You cannot, as long as it has to do with money that could lead to wealth or riches, you can only produce who you are. So the problem is you cannot be zero and you earn 10,000. So if you're zero, it means something drained you because you were never zero. Something was you. You had something, but something drained you. So if trading could give you 10, what's going to happen over time? Something is going to drain you. If it could give you 1,000, something is going to drain you. So the problem is not because you cannot earn money in trading. Problem is something is draining you, and these are the limiting beliefs. If you do not address them, they affect you, and it's affecting a lot of people without them knowing. That's why I call it a cancer. Okay, so when it comes to production and consumption, where do you fall? A lot of you are consuming. You have a job, you're living from paycheck to paycheck, or you have a business. Everything is limited. Okay, you don't have a tree. Do you know the power of a tree? It's powerful. Let me not go into that. But what you need to do is not convert some of your activities into services. Okay. Whatever you're doing, I can tell you this. Find ways. These are skills you can learn. Learn a skill to sell what you have for free. Okay. I promise you, if you can do that over the next 1 to 3 years, you gain an audience that will change you from demand into supply. you're not limited. You don't just have enough people getting value from you. The universe don't have anything to take from you. So when you get whatever you do, some of you are lawyers, your doctors, whatever you do, find things in that environment that breeds knowledge and just tell people for free. Create an audience from that. Okay, that's where God will bless you. That's where you shine. So that's sowing. Okay, that's creating a tree. That's where your tree will come from. Okay, and you can do it the other way. Learn the tactical ways of monetizing your product. That's also a skill you can learn. If you need guidance, I can lead you. Some of you for free. Be selfless. Okay, my first 12 million I made in business, I made it from helping someone's company grow. Okay, my first $100,000 I made from this environment, I made it from helping other people grow. So there's no limitation, is the one you place on yourself. Some of you just want to do your thing and you have nothing you're doing. Change it. Everything is going to change. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys. Thank you for being part of the Sunday Mentor.